here again, attempting another episode of DM Tombstone Live. Hold on one second. Sorry about that, folks. It's now, I mean, how's it going? As you guys know, when I do DM Tombstone Live, it's unsanctioned, uncensored. Anything that happens, happens. Just try to keep it family friendly as possible. And yeah, if you guys don't know, I've been trying to attempt this over and over and over again. And it seems to be having some malfunctions. And I checked out my last live stream, and it seemed as well it had no sound. So I had to delete that. So now this is 165. As we're going to do this as 164, and just hopefully we get sound again. And hopefully you guys that are watching able to hear me with sound. Because if I'm getting no sound, and I guess I gotta stop doing live streams because apparently I don't know what it is. I can't seem to stream no more without any audio into it. And I've been trying to do everything I could to get the audio in. I even went into my phone settings to try to mess around, turning on and off the do not disturb stuff, and hopefully they'll fix the audio. And if you guys can't hear, hopefully you guys can hear me now. Can you guys hear me well? Check, check, 1, 2. If you guys hear me, just let me know so I can at least continue. Oh, thank God. Thank God for that. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I had to go into my settings on my phone and maybe had to turn off the do not disturb or something, like fix around with the settings and the audio. So now you guys can hear me well. Well, thank goodness for that. Anyway, I wanted to say to all you guys, Merry Christmas. I hope you guys are enjoying a great Christmas Eve right now with your family and that, and enjoying my live stream. But anyway, since now you can hear me well, let me start by saying welcome to the live stream, and as well when I do DM Tombstone Belts, Merry Christmas, DM. Merry Christmas to you too, Pez. When I do DM Tombstone Live, it's unsanctioned, uncensored. Anything that happens. Just try to keep it family friendly as possible. And if you're watching this and you enjoy my live streams, make sure to hit the like on it. It's because I'll be notified from the icon above me. You guys probably don't see it, but I do. Anyway, and if you're new to my channel, want to know what I'm all about, especially with the stuff behind me. I have about almost 450 videos of them on my main channel. Like, share, subscribe. And you can say, guys, if you're a subscriber, about 808 of you, if not yet 809 of you that are subscribed to my channel, have a chance that that belt tournament was fun yesterday. Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to do the other day as well. Yeah, yes, I did post again yesterday, and obviously there was nobody there, but as well there was no sound, so I had to delete that. And now, so this is now, instead of 165, this is 164. So 165 is going to be Christmas Day live stream. Obviously, don't forget to ring the notification bell so you guys be notified from when I do live streams, which is another one tomorrow on Christmas Day. So, yeah, there's that. But anyway, yeah. Hopefully now, guys, you guys can hear me well and got that live stream, the sound going just perfectly. And of course, today I'm not going to be playing no games and all that. I'm mostly just watching a movie, an '84 classic. To some people, it's Silent Night, Deadly Night. But I tell you the truth, guys, I was trying to do a Battle of the Belts yesterday, and obviously I'm pretty sure there was no sound. So I thought, why not do it today, guys? We do another segment here for the live stream. We call it Battle of the Belts. And in this type of battle, I want to get more into it since I got more. Since the fact is, yesterday we did that tournament thing about the best of the WWE championships and the best of the world championships. I thought, why don't we not do another version called I like to do a segment called Battle of the Belts. For everyone that's watching, thank you for being a part of this. It's time we do another version of the Battle of the Belts. And in this round, I have 2 selected choices for you guys to tell me which belt is the better one. After your live stream, I'll be watching favorite Christmas movie, Lethal Weapon. Was Lethal Weapon a Christmas movie? I know a lot of people say Die Hard is a Christmas movie or is not, even though it's relatable to Christmas. But anyway, let's do a special round of Battle of the Belts right now. I want to hear from your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think is the better version of itself for what it represented? First competitor, the WWF Hardcore Championship that debuted with Mick Foley at the time being defended in hardcore match rules, and around the time when they also had the 24/7 rule as well. The design wise of this great championship belt right here, the hardcore title, and its recent opponent, the one that's been around for maybe about 2 years before Nikki Cross threw it in the trash, the WWE 24/7 title. So you guys, I want you guys to vote on this for the Battle of the Belts. Which belt you think is more superior? Would you guys prefer the WWF Hardcore or the WWE 24/7? Both kind of represent their own way of it, but you guys tell me which one you think is better, 24/7 or Hardcore? Let me know in the comments right now in this round to see which one is the better belt. Because I'd rather see, for true wrestling fans like Pez and them, to vote on which belt is probably the more superior one. Because Pez and Iram the other day were literally having a hard choice between certain belts when it came to WWE championships. I'll take the 24/7 belt. I can't believe I just said that. Oh my God, Pez is going for 24/7 title. Well, for anyone else, what you guys think? Would you prefer the hardcore title or the 24/7 title? Because Pez is actually going for the 24/7 title. Even though there's not much of that belt other than the fact that just barely any design on the belt. And it's a green strap. It's basically a mocked up recent version of like a big green belt, even though it's not as big, but it is green. It has the designs or shape of the big green belt with the circular main plate and square rectangular shape side plates. But yeah, for me, Pez, I have to go with the hardcore because I was growing up with this. Hey, what's guys? Hey, Iram, how are you? Welcome to the live stream. Glad to see you're back here. Hopefully the audio is well because Pez says he can hear me well. So can you, man. Hey, Iram. Hey, we're doing a battle of the belts. It's the WWE 24/7 title versus the hardcore title. Iram, what's your choice on which belt you think is better looking, the hardcore or the 24/7? Pez has gone with the 24/7, and I have to say I have to go with the hardcore. So we can hear you. Yeah, I know you can hear me, but as well, we're doing Battle of the Belts again. We're doing hardcore title versus 24/7. To me, I like the hardcore belt because so he goes for hardcore. So we already says about hardcore. Alex Glenn, 14G. Hello, Alex Glenn. How are you? Oh yeah, and all you guys are just joining me in the streams. Merry Christmas. So guys, I like to say the winner of this from the Battle of the Belts is the hardcore title. That's good to know. So I want to say for the next round, since we already did about WWE championships, I want to say as well we're going to do one mostly related to every Battle of the Belts here is mostly going to be related for a certain cause, a certain reason. Reason why I did hardcore and 24/7 because they both have representation of the fact that the belt could have been defended anywhere, anytime before, because hardcore belt had 24/7 rules. It started the 24/7 rule. But anyway, I want to do this next challenge of the battle. Oh, Merry Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you guys too. Pez, why don't you upload any videos since the months? Yeah, what about now? We do a battle of wrestler. Well, before we do that, I want to do more of this battle of the belts. Since I got a couple more to do, I feel like we should try this. And plus two, guys, this is Christmas Eve. I feel like we should do something special and give you guys. We'll do a battle of the wrestler. Maybe after I do battle of the belts for you guys, and I'm gonna try to do this for about 45 minutes to an hour. This one now, this round, I want to do is mostly which one's best for spinners. And I know most people don't like spinners, but since I got them, it's time for the ultimate challenge. We're going to do a triple threat style. We got U.S. spinner versus WWE spinner versus the rated R spinner. Which one you guys say, can we play any games? Well, I wish that we could say we play games, but right now my nephew is on the Xbox playing Halo, so right now I'm mostly just gonna having the movie played in the background. Okay, WWE spinner, WWE spinner. Okay, that was an easy one. WWE spinner out jumps the rated R spinner and US spinner. Well, that's good to know. So I guess the ultimate title for spinners goes to the original WWE spinner. I'm just gonna put these back up. Yeah, so I hope you guys are having a great Christmas and are having a lot of plans for what you're doing on Christmas and spending time with the family and all that. All right. All right. So anyway, yeah. Cool. Thanks, Iram. Yeah, hi. NY Gamer family, how are you? Hi, Pez. I'm your 14th subscriber. Yeah, all that. I mean, any quiz game. All right. We'll do this one. Speaking of, when we do this, you should upload video, Pez. All right. I'm going to pause this movie right now so it doesn't get distracting. We're going to do a belt related quiz. Okay. The NWA World Championship. Before they had the debut of the Big Gold, it was another type of belt. And I want to let you guys know, tell me, there's two names of the NWA World Championship. Tell me one of them. And this is between Pez and Iram, or anyone that wants to join in to this little quiz game. I want you guys to tell me the other names for the NWA World Championship. And go. The first one to answer is definitely going to help me. Dome Globe and 10 pounds of gold. Wow. Well, Iram didn't know, but Pez knows because he's an old school guy, and he got both names, the Dome Globe and the 10 pounds of gold. That's real. Congratulations, Pez. You truly are a belt quiz master on that one. All right. Here's another one. Pretty sure some of you should know. When the Smoking Skull debuted, well, this one we're going to do two questions involved with the Smoking Skull. Does anyone know the reason why Stone Cold debuted the Smoking Skull belt when he was the WWF champion? Reason why, or as well, why he ditched the Big Eagle to go for the Smoking Skull. All right. I don't know, man. All right. Pez, do you know? Real reason why Stone Cold ditched the Big Eagle for the Smoking Skull. I know because I listened to a lot of Hazard F5's belt history, so best bet you look that up on your own to know about the question. But if I thought he wanted a personal belt and snuck it in on TV. All right, well, that could have been one of two reasons. But actually, the real reason why he debuted the Smoking Skull, because on a segment on Raw, when he held the Big Eagle on his shoulder, and he was setting up to stun Vince McMahon, kick him in the stomach for the Stone Cold Stunner. If you guys don't know, the Big Eagle's got these edges on the side of the plates. So when he set him up and kicked him, the belt jumped up and cut his chin wide open. Obviously, I don't want to do it, but thank God I got a beard to kind of protect me from that. Anyway, he kicks Vince McMahon up for the stunner, to which it caught where the jagged edge of the belt caught him on the chin and cut him open for it. In which Stone Cold didn't like that. So instead, he ditched the Big Eagle and decided to go for a custom belt of his own, the Smoking Skull. Now, second question. He was told by a certain person he should get his own belt. Who was the person who told him about getting the Smoking Skull belt? A little hint, he is a wrestler. If you guys know, let me know. Answer right now. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell all the way. Let's see if Pez or Iram know this question. Who was the wrestler that helped Stone Cold inspire him to get his own personal championship, the Smoking Skull? I don't know, man. Well, Iram's not a real big fan on this. Pez is up to you. Do you know who helped Stone Cold inspire him to get the Smoking Skull belt? I can't remember. Oh, what a rush. The answer is Hawk. Mick Foley, I guess. Nope. It was Road Warrior Hawk. He was talking to him the day after the stunner when he cut his chin open. Hawk talked to him. He's like, hey, Stone Cold, why don't you get your own belt, man? Get your own personal belt. And yet he did get his own personal belt, thanks to help from Hawk. Now, another big question here. Who created Stone Cold's belt? I'm pretty sure you guys should know belt makers. Who was the belt maker that gave Stone Cold his stay tuned. All right. Who was the guy who made Stone Cold's Smoking Skull belt? Pretty sure you guys know the belt makers' names, like all that. I don't know, man. All right. All right. Wow. What do you know, Iram? Pez, do you know the name of the belt maker? There's only one or two options. This is from the Attitude Era. And anyone else that's watching on this stream, remember, this is a quiz game, so already Pez got one answer correct. Iram's stunned. He's at 0. Jamar, I believe. That is correct. Jamar J. Marshall was the guy who created Stone Cold's Smoking Skull belt. Who is the current WWE Women's belt champion? Well, we're not. All right. We're doing more about that, but how about this one? Easiest one to tell. You guys take a guess. True or false? When Jamar made Stone Cold Smoking Skull, obviously you've seen he came out with the gold one, but Stone Cold wanted to come out with the nickel-plated one. So there was 2 belts made. One in nickel, one in gold. True or false? Put in your answers now. Iram, obviously you may not know, or you do know. Just here say true or false. It's a true or false. Let's see if you guys know, or your rest know about your Attitude Era stuff right well. So Iram, Pez, or anyone else that's watching, let me know. I'm guessing true. True. Well, I hate to tell you guys, but you're both correct. It is true. Jamar J. Marshall did create a gold belt, but also Stone Cold wanted the nickel belt. So yeah, so Jamar made both versions. Obviously, Stone Cold kept the silver one with him at home, and the gold one was seen on TV. Okay, another one. True or false? When it was The Rock versus Stone Cold, when The Rock took Austin's property, the Smoking Skull belt, my turn. Who is the bisexual Undertaker? Isn't that Damian Priest? Pretty sure that's what they call him. I mean, I don't know if he's bisexual, but pretty much I think that's what they call him. But Another true or false here. Well, actually, that would be a trick question one, but A, this. When The Rock was feuding with Stone Cold and Shane gave The Rock the Smoking Skull belt, taking Austin's property, but Austin was still the WWE champion, Rock wanted to debut his own style custom championship, the Brahma Bull belt. But it never made it to TV because they claimed it was lost in the mail. True or false? Right. True. All right. So, all right, you're saying that is true. The fact that the Brahma Bull belt was going to be made for The Rock when he was feuding with Stone Cold with the true. Yes, guys, that is true. It was rumored the fact that the Brahma Bull belt was lost in the mail, but then found later and is now at the WWE warehouse. But chances are it probably never debuted because of the fact it looked really ugly. Okay. How about this one for the rest? Prime Chill Nation. True. Okay. Here's another easier question. We're going to go a little bit further back. Name the wrestler who helped inspire the customizations of WWE belts. Most likely, you guys should take a guess on which one of them it is, but we're going to go from the early 90s, like 80s and 90s era. It's a 90s era, 80s era wrestler. Name the wrestler that helped inspire customization to championships, mostly by colors of straps, color or the little modifications of the belts. Name a wrestler who helped inspire the customizations of championships. Name at least one of them that helped inspire that. Little hint. Let's just say one of the Intercontinental Championships could be an inspiration, and the Winged Eagle belt is one of them. Take a guess of which wrestler I'm thinking of. I did that. I don't know, man. All right. Pez, do you know any? Well, I'll tell you, he is a Hall of Famer, and he passed away. The section was Reggie Parks a wrestler? Well, I think he might have been, but I think he was more of the belt maker. But I was thinking he was the one that I'll give you guys a better chance at this one. When he won the title, he helped inspire the yellow strap Intercontinental title, baby blue strap Winged Eagle, a white strap Winged Eagle, and they were going to come out with a yellow strap Winged Eagle, but it was never made it to TV. May have been on a house show. Who was the actor of the year in 2019? I have no idea who the actor of the year 2019 is. I don't watch Oscars. Warrior. All right, Pez, you got it. It was Ultimate Warrior. Because when Ultimate Warrior came out with and then when he won the Intercontinental Championship from the Honky Tonk Man, he wore a black strap version of the Intercontinental for a little while, but then changed the colors of the strap. It started with the yellow strap. But obviously, when he won the Winged Eagle, they made him drop the Intercontinental title, vacated it, and then they came out with like a white strap, and then a gold strap, and then a baby blue strap before they went back to a black strap. All right. Who was the winner of Tough Enough? Well, I know there's a couple winners of Tough Enough. One of them I think was called Maven. Personally, I thought the purple strap is the best one. Oh, the purple strap Winged Eagle? Pretty sure of it. Paris Phoenix. Okay. How about this one? True or false? The hardcore title was actually the WrestleMania 4 Winged Eagle, the Winged Eagle that was smashed in the background of a Saturday main event by Kurt Hennig with the hammer. True or false? The hardcore title was created from the smashed Winged Eagle by Kurt Hennig at a Saturday main event. True or false? Let's see if any of you guys know this one. Iram says false. Pez? Anyone else that's joining me, let me know. False. But it is a winged eagle. Yes. It was a winged eagle. The hardcore title was a winged eagle belt, and they claimed it was and there was a rumor that says that the one that Kurt Hennig smashed up at a Saturday main event became the hardcore belt. And everyone says it's false. You are correct. It is false because the one that Kurt Hennig smashed up, a winged eagle that was smashed up at the Saturday main event, obviously was a dual plated winged eagle. If you guys don't know, that meant it was gold and some parts were nickel plated. The winged eagle was an all gold version. The hardcore belt was an all gold version of the winged eagle. And now let's do another. Let's take a little pause of the quiz show and do another version of Battle of the Belts. Where, since I got both these out, tell me which one do you guys prefer? The regular winged eagle or the hardcore winged eagle? Which one you think was the better looking belt? Let me know now. You guys don't need the live stream. False. Yeah. And I'll say that winged eagle that Kurt Hennig smashed up, it was sold to a private collector. So it was never made into a hardcore belt. In fact, that picture of the belt, that video of the smashed hardcore winged eagle, of that winged eagle, is on YouTube by, I think, Belt Van Dan, who the private collector gave him to and had all the pieces or that they could save up. It's on YouTube somewhere. So, it was just a rumor that says that the smashed winged eagle by Kurt Hennig was turned into the hardcore belt. It was totally not true. All right. Winged eagle, no contest. Winged eagle. Yep. Okay, guys. So regular winged eagle beats hardcore. All right. We'll go back to the quiz one. This one will do more recent ones from 2004, 2005 era. On the episode of SmackDown, when it was a week after John Cena lost his Spinner US title. This one's gonna be a two-parter. Actually, no, we'll do a three-parter. We'll see if you guys know this one. A certain wrestler was holding was now the new US champion. Who was the new US champion that beat John Cena for the US Spinner? And then when he did, another certain wrestler took the US Spinner and destroyed it. Who was that other? So who was the wrestler who was the US champion? And who was the wrestler? Carlito. Wrong. But wait a minute. Who was the current US champion at the time who beat Cena and took the US Spinner off him? Who was the name of the wrestler who destroyed Cena's US Spinner? And how did he destroy the US Spinner? So 3 answers right there. I don't know that one. Okay, Pez does not know about that. I am. You still sticking with Carlito for the US champion? Big Show. Nope. All right, for US champion, it was Orlando Jordan. The wrestler who destroyed the US Spinner was JBL. And how did he destroy it? He put the belt in the trash can, had a detonator, and blew it up in the middle of the ring. Okay. All right. All right. How about this one? So since we're see about Big Show, how about this? Big Show fought a couple celebrities in WrestleMania. Name one. Well, how about this? How many? According to what I know, I'm pretty sure Big Show fought 2 celebrities at WrestleMania or other sport-related athletes at WrestleMania. Name the 2. Name one of the 2 or name both. Who is it that was not WWE related that Big Show faced at WrestleMania? And for extra and for bonus points, maybe know what WrestleMania it was that Big Show fought them at. Which year CM Punk defended his opponent? I have no idea. Floyd Mayweather. Okay, Pez got one. Floyd Mayweather. Okay. All right. So Floyd Mayweather is one of them. He fought him as a boxer versus wrestler. For a little extra bonus point, which WrestleMania did he face him in? I forgot the name of the sumo wrestler he faced. All right. Isaiah Phoenix. Okay. Well, yeah, he did face a sumo. Oh, 24. Yep. 23. Nope. I am, you're wrong. Paz. Okay, one says 24, one says 23. Pez, what do you think? Which WrestleMania did Big Show face Floyd Money Mayweather? I tell you, not sure. Well, Isaiah got that one. It was WrestleMania 24 in Orlando, Florida. All right. So now Isaiah wanted to say about the name of the sumo wrestler. Yes. At another WrestleMania, Big Show faced a sumo wrestler in a sumo match. Do any of you know the name of the sumo wrestler? I think he recently passed away. I think a couple years ago. Do any of you know the name of the sumo wrestler Big Show faced at at a WrestleMania? Pez is not sure. Aram, do you know? Not remember. Okay. Well, if you guys don't know, his name was Aki Bono. Does anyone know what WrestleMania he faced Aki Bono in that sumo match? It was at WrestleMania 21. Okay, Isaiah says WrestleMania 21. Do you guys know? Who is the longest U.S. champion? Ooh, that's a hard one. I'm not sure. I almost wanted to think it was if it was WWE US champion was Dean Ambrose. He held it for like 300 some days. But if you're talking about US champion from like the NWA days, I wouldn't know. Probably Ric Flair, Dean Ambrose. That's what I'm thinking. Dean Ambrose probably held it for nearly almost a year till he lost it to Shane. But yeah, I was thinking Dean Ambrose. Yeah. So I'll tell you. So yeah, Aki Bono did face Big Show in a sumo match at WrestleMania 21. It was in Hollywood. All right. Let's see this one. We're doing something related with a certain celebrity. If you guys know, WWE and Donald Trump are well acquainted together, and obviously Donald Trump made a couple appearances about this. Let's say how many WrestleMania appearances have we seen Donald Trump in? Let me know right now. Count how many times has Donald Trump made an appearance at WrestleMania? Lex Luthor was the longest U.S. champion. Okay, that's what I was saying. Lex Luger was probably the longest champion when he was in the NWA or WCW. But you didn't say if it was WWE or something like that. Iram says 3 times. As how many times do you think Donald Trump made an appearance at WrestleMania? I'm pretty sure Lex Luger had it for like 500 days. Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Iram, that was a trick question when he said longest U.S. champion. Because then, for me, I wouldn't know about WCW and the NWA version of the U.S. Because, again, I was thinking if it was WWE U.S., it would have had to been Dean Ambrose. He was holding for like 300 some days. But if you're talking about WCW and all that, then yeah, I would say think of Lex Luger for 500 days. But okay, you guys, time for my question. How many times has Donald Trump appeared at WrestleMania? Our current U.S. president, Donald Trump, how many times has you seen him on a WrestleMania pay per view or a PLE? Iram says 3 times. Has Isaiah any questions or any answers to that? I guess they might have left or something. I'm not sure. But I'll give you guys 1 minute to answer. So let me know. The question is, how many times has Donald Trump made an appearance at WrestleMania? Iram so far put in for 3 times. 2 or 3. Right? Pez saying 2 or 3. Well, I don't know if Isaiah's going to come back and answer, but, well, I'll say, well, WrestleMania 4 and 5 were back-to-back WrestleManias at Trump Tower, so I don't know if he made an appearance there, but we'll say one appearance was at WrestleMania 20 when Jesse the Body Ventura was inducted to the Hall of Fame. Who was the longest modern women champion? I think wouldn't that have to be either Becky Lynch or Bianca Belair? It's always between one of those two. But anyway, my answer, I'm saying Trump did appear at WrestleMania 20 when he was interviewed by Jesse the Body Ventura, involved with the Battle of the Billionaires at WrestleMania 23, and then was inducted to the Hall of Fame, I think, in WrestleMania. I'm trying to remember. Which WrestleMania was it that had Mick Foley in it? Wasn't that 2013? Maybe 2014? I think it was 2013. So those 3 appearances. But then again, there was also WrestleMania 4 and 5 when Donald Trump helped bring WrestleMania back to back there. But they claim that. But I don't know if he appeared there or so, but don't know modern. But Fabulous Moolah had it the longest ever. Yeah, she held it for like I think 28 years. Modern era, I think it had to. Well, I think first it was. I think it was Nikki Bella for 300 some days, and then we have then there was Bailey for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and then there was also Becky Lynch who held it for almost a year and a half before she had to drop both titles because she was pregnant. And I think there was also the longest Raw Women's Champion being Bianca Belair. But yeah, guys. So I'll say the answer to the Donald Trump one, I think it was 3, but the other 2, which was probably WrestleMania 4 or 5, are a bit of question. Maybe he wasn't appeared there or not, but we'll say it could have been from 3 to 5. 3 to 5 is the obvious probably answer. He did help inspire WrestleMania 4 and 5 to be back to back in New York near Trump Towers. Next question. Okay. How about one for me? Does anyone know the name of the wrestler who beat Moolah and ended her longest probably women's championship reign of that time? Because Fabulous Moolah held the title for 20 some years, but who was the person that beat Moolah for the title? Does anyone know her name? Let me know the answer. I assume if you guys have seen like WrestleMania one thing, Wendy Richter. Has says Wendy Richter. What about you, Iram? Do you think it's Wendy Richter or do you think it's someone else? But like I say, Iram, you still with us? What do you think the answer is? Or do you know? I mean, if you feel like you say what Pez is saying, let me know. Because I assume if you guys have seen Dark Side of the Ring about the Fabulous Moolah or the A special about that, Judy. No, there's no Judy. But the answer is Wendy Richter. She was the one to beat Moolah for the title. Oh, Judy Martin. Nope, it wasn't Judy Martin. Okay. Before Gunther held the Intercontinental Championship for 666 days, the longest Intercontinental title reign of the modern day, who was the person who held the Intercontinental title the longest? Let's see if you guys know it. We all know. Well, if you know who was the longest reign before Gunther beat it, no, I'm saying before Gunther took the reign, who was the second longest Intercontinental Championship reign? Who was the one that held it? You know the answer? Post it now. Can you see what I'm saying? Uh, yeah. I mean, I can see it now. But do you know the answer, Pez? Iram and Pez. The question: Who was before Gunther held his longest Intercontinental title reign? Who was the person that held it before him? Yeah. Well, who was the name of the wrestler that held the longest Intercontinental title reign before Gunther beat it with 666 days? It won't let me say answer. Oh, HTM? Like Hitman? Oh, no, HTM. Okay, the initials. Iram, what do you say? Well, the answer, yeah, I'm pretty sure you mean Honky Tonk Man. Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you mean the Honky Tonk Man. Yeah, that's the correct answer. Wow. Okay. Oh, well. All right, question. All right. How about this one? Easier one for, it's a wrestler question. The wrestler question involves with a guy named Charles Wright. If you guys don't know, I mean, know who he is, he went under three variations of wrestler names. Name one of the three wrestler names he went under. Charles Wright. He's a friend of The Undertaker, a member of the BSK. Name one of the three wrestler names he went under. John Cena, I guess. No. Charles Wright did not come back as John Cena. This is the Attitude Era. I guess I ran them and watched much of it. Reggie Parks designed the 85 Hogan belt. What other belts used same nameplate? There are multiple answers. The Hogan 85, it was probably designed after the NWA World Television Championship, the National Championship. Uh, Probably variations of tag team titles and the AEW National Championship as well. Has. But now I want to hear your guys answer the question: what is the name? I mean, what is one of three names wrestler Charles Wright went under when he was part of the WWE? He's a friend of the Undertaker, member of the BSK. He he had three different variation wrestling personas. What was one of the three? If not yet, bonus points if you can know all three. Which state USA president? President, first president of the U.S. I'm pretty sure was in the 1780s. I think it was George Washington became president. I think like 1780 something. I'm not sure. I have to look that up. So you guys don't even know my answer about Charles Wright. Come on, guys, take a guess. Charles Wright. If you guys know who he was a friend of the. He's a good friend of the Undertaker, and was a member of his gang of the BSK. But when he went into wrestling, he had three personas of the WWE. What name one, or if not yet two, or even all three of his names? It was 14th December. Okay. Well, if you guys don't know, Charles Wright, he first started in the WWE as Papa Shango. And then he changed it to Kama. And then became the Godfather. All right. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's his name. His real name's Charles Wright. Okay. Let's see if you know this one. Then the guy's real name, was known as Rodney Anoa'i. What was his famous wrestling persona name? If you know about the famous Anoa'i name, you should know exactly who this guy is. Rodney Anoa'i. He was part of the WWF at the time, and he went by a certain name. What was the name of Rodney Anoa'i's persona in the wrestling world? I'll tell you, he's a former two-time WWF champion. Yokozuna? Correct. Pez is correct. It was Yokozuna. All right. So, okay. Let's see if another one. Let's see if you guys know this one. Terry Bollea. What was his wrestling name? It should be an easy one. If Pez and Iram know this guy, Terry Bollea. I'll tell you, I met him already. What was his wrestling name? I have met him. He's no longer alive, but I have recently met him a year before he died. What was his name in the wrestling world? Hogan. Pez, do you know who Terry Bollea is? Well, I guess Pez. I guess Iram doesn't want to answer. So, yeah, Terry Bollea was Hulk Hogan. Yep, there you go. Iram. Hulk Hogan was his real name was Terry Bollea. Anyway, I think we're you guys. What do you guys think? We should do one more battle of the belts before we do last call off here. Yeah, why not? We do one more so I get used to it. But anyway, I got one belt here. Probably be useful. I feel like it deserves it. Ooh. All right. Which wrestler has the most belt at the same time? Yep, that would be Mercedes Monet. She held 13 before. But anyway, let's do one more battle of the belts, guys. Which one do you think is the best? And before that, Ultimate Dragon. Yep, Ultimate Dragon. Anyway, let's do a battle of the belts here, guys. The WWF European title versus the WWE United Kingdom Championship. Which belt was probably the best out of those two? Do we go for WWF Europe, the WWF European, or WWE United Kingdom? European has what do you say? European or tough? I like both. But out of them, which one you think probably stands out the most? They're both kind of the same when it falls to the Europe, with how it is the UK and the European. But which one stands out? Which one do you think is better? I have to go with European by a bit. All right, so European wins hands down. Hold on one second, folks. Just trying to hook this. Ah, damn it. Okay. All right. Well, so far for that. Okay. Guys, do you want collab with DM? Well, aren't you guys collabing with me right now? 'Cause right now, it seems like you guys are the only ones that are answering into my questions here for Battle of the Belts and all that. Okay. Another question here. Attitude Era style. A certain hardcore champion Still fun. Okay, how about this? There's a certain wrestler who held the Hardcore Championship the most times. Name that wrestler. And how many times has he held it? What was the name of the wrestler who held the Hardcore Championship the most times? And what is the total number of the most times he held that title? RVD? What do you think, Pez? I'm guessing here, Hardcore Holly. Well, both of you are wrong. The answer is Raven. Raven held the championship, but how many? Take a guess at how many times he held the title. Hardcore Holly might have won the championship maybe about 3 or 4 times, and RVD exact same amount. But take a guess at how many times he has won. Which wrestler has the longest IC champion combined? That have to be the Miz. How many times did Raven have it? Well, that's why I'm asking you. Do you guys know the answer? What? Pick a number. What number you think has Raven held the title the most? I don't know that. All right. Well, the answer was stunning. He Raven has been acclaimed to have won the title 26 times or 27 times, 26 or 27 times. And don't forget, most of these were probably due to house shows, so it'd be hard to tell if they count or not. But they claim it's 27 to 26 times. That's the most. Which wrestler has the most longest IC champions combined? Out of the total, I think it had to be Miz because he held it for I think a good amount of times. You know, he held the Intercontinental Championship 8 times. The most, okay, another, and plus two about this. Which WWE or which wrestler held the WWE Intercontinental Championship the the most times? Oh, I'm wrong. All right. This is wrong. Chris Jericho. Oh, so yeah, Chris Jericho held it a certain amount of times. What was the amount of times did Miz hold it in the most? I mean, Miz held the Intercontinental Championship 8 times, but I think out of all those title reigns, it would probably add up to the most amount in days of those reigns. The most longest IC champion combined is Gunther. Well, no, he only because Gunther held it only once. But I thought you meant like total combined, meant like for every single reign of the days of each reign they held put together. Miz holds that one. Because that's how much in a single reign. Thought you meant like the total reigns combined. Because Miz held it, I'm pretty sure, the longest in the total of 8 reigns. Like something around nearly like over 1,000 days of each reign. There. See, I remember you asking that as a trick question. But you were right about Chris Jericho. How many total reigns has Chris Jericho held the Intercontinental title? Miz has 8, but Jericho has more. How many more? How many times has Chris Jericho held the Intercontinental title? 9. Iram says 9. What do you say, Pez? 9? Well, the correct answer is indeed 9. Chris Jericho held the Intercontinental Championship 9 total times. But yet, Miz probably holds the longest amount of times reign as champion over Chris Jericho. You know, Jericho held them more than Miz did. Gunther holds it in total of 1 single reign. And there's that type of stuff. All right. Which tag team has held the tag team titles in WWE the longest? How about that? Who has the longest reign as the WWE Tag Team Champions? Trick question. I am saying Oos. That's a trick question. What, the one who has the longest tag team championship reign in the WWE? Well, Iram's got Usos. What do you say, Pez? New Day. Oh, well, it's not really a trick question. New Day did beat the old record by demolition. Oh. Gunther's single reign is 666, but if you combine Miz, Hole, and Chris Jericho are less than 6. Really, I'm not. I'm surprised of that. But I didn't know that. I, mean, I thought Miz had total combined. I thought he said it before when he defended at WrestleMania 34. He had over 14. Demolition had the reign, but then New Day beat it. But then when the Usos were teaming up with Roman with the Bloodline, they took over tag team title reign. Even though when they had both Raw and SmackDowns, they were holding the SmackDown titles for the longest. They have the longest tag team championship reign now as the Usos. Anyway, wow, we've been going on for over an hour, guys. So I think let's do one more wrestling quiz before I do an outro here. All right. We'll do this one. What is the name given to a match? Let's say what is the name of the street fight match when it happens on in December? What do they call a street fight match when it happens in December? Does anyone know the name of it? Problem is there's 2 different tag titles lately. Yes. But then they would put them all. But then again, the reign don't matter which tag title it is. They claim it as one whole long reign. TLC, no. The name of the what was the name given to when there's a street fight match? When it's a street fight match and it happens in December, what do they call the name of the street fight? Kind of like when in October when they do a street fight, it's called the trick or treat street fight. I think it'd rather be called a Nightmare on Elm Street fight. What is the name of the street fight match when it happens in December? Guys, do you know? I ran. Maybe I'll give you a second guess on that one because TLC is not what it's called. That there's a different match on its own. What do they call the street fight that happens when it's in December? December to dismember. That's ECW. No, I'm saying like the name, what they call it, a street fight in December. Because in October, it's called a trick or treat street fight. It should have been called the Nightmare on Elm Street fight. But what do they call it when it happens in December? The street fight match when it happens in December. What is it? What does WWE call it? Holiday? No. I'll give you a hint. It's the name of a Christmas movie. I don't know, man. Okay, Pez, do you know? I give up. Well, when they do a street fight in December, they usually call it a Miracle on 34th Street fight. I'm surprised you guys didn't know that. Who was the most U.S. champion? Who holds the? I think that one's Ric Flair. I think Ric Flair holds the most, but it could be wrong. Maybe John Cena, because John Cena held it like or tied it around times. Yeah, when they when WWE does a street fight match and it happens to be in December, they change the name of it. Instead of calling it a street fight, they call it a Miracle on 34th Street fight. Who is right? Oh, Ric Flair is right. All right, all right. This. How about this one? The easiest one. Last question before I do outro, guys. There's been numerous Grand Slam champions in WWE. Who was the first Grand Slam champion? And ever, the time for Grand Slam champions could have been back in a time when it was just the Intercontinental, the Tag Team, and the World Championship, and possibly European Championship as well. Pedro Morales. Shawn Michaels. Okay. I mean, that there could be a trick question because I'd say I believe Pedro Morales could be one of them, but WWE as well known told that Shawn Michaels was probably the first to be a Grand Slam champion for its company. World IC Tag. Okay. Maybe back then over the WWF time or when the Intercontinental Champion debuted, yes. Pedro Morales might have been the first Grand Slam champion. But as say even recorded history for WWE, just like how they don't record all of it, yeah. Then who wins? We'll say it's a trick question. It counts for both. We'll say you're both are right for that. Pedro Morales might have been the very first Grand Slam champion, but for in the record books of WWE, Shawn Michaels would be. Okay, how about this one? True or false? This will be the very last one, guys, and I'm going to call it a day. True or false? WWE or this. Dusty Rhodes has won the WWE Championship, but WWE will not has not labeled him in the record books as being the WWE Champion. Same as Antonio Inoki, who won it in Japan. True or false? Both Antonio Inoki and Dusty Rhodes were once the WWE Champion, but WWE has not count them in the record books. Who was the first IC champion? I think that one had to been Patterson. Pat Patterson. Technically claimed he won both the North and South American championships, combined them to become the Intercontinental Champion in a fake tournament. But Aram, you're saying it's false. Pez, what do you think? True or false? Dusty Rhodes and Antonio Inoki are technically real became WWE champions, but WWE doesn't want to count them as champions since it never happened on live TV. Dusty never won WWE title. Inoki did win the title in Japan, but WWE doesn't recognize it. Okay, well, here's the thing though. I would say it'd be more true than false. Yes, Antonio Inoki did win the WWE title in Japan, but WWE doesn't recognize it. But I believe Dusty Rhodes won the WWF title, the Backlund belt, from superstar Billy Graham on a house show, but WWE doesn't recognize it as well because there's a segment that Cody Rhodes did on SmackDown when he won the undisputed title. He claimed that Dusty did win the title, but WWE wiped it from the books. And then he pulls out the red strapped Backlund belt to show to the fans because he knew Dusty never had a chance to hold that belt. So technically, yeah, Iram, it's kind of a fit. Yours is like a 50-50. You're half right about it being true and half of it being false. But what I believe is the fact Dusty Rhodes has won the WWE Championship, but WWE does not recognize it due to the segment that Cody Rhodes shown on SmackDown one time when he won the WWE Championship. But anyway, guys, that's it for the day. After all, I'm a little bit tired and all that. Thank you guys so much, and wow, thanks for all those likes, like 7 likes. But anyway, yeah, 6 or 7 likes. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you for liking us, and I'm gonna try to do a live stream tomorrow on Christmas Day. So I hope you guys are having a good Merry Christmas. If you guys are new to my channel, want to know what I'm all about, like, share, check out my recent. There's a video on YouTube showing Dusty thinking he won it, but ref reversed the decision. Oh, that's what I was saying. I think WWE kind of screwed him out of that. That's pretty sure that's what I think happened. He probably did technically win, but the ref reversed the decision. Kind of like how Chris Jericho won the WWE Championship, but Triple H forced the ref to reverse that decision. It's kind of like that. Still, technically, still counts, but WWE won't recognize it as that in the record books. So that's what I said. I consider the answer to be true. But anyway, yeah. So if you guys are new to my channel, want to know what I'm all about, especially the stuff behind me, check out my main channel, like 400, nearly close to 450 videos there. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, guys. They have close to maybe 810 subscribers. And check out my most recent video, the 800 subscriber belt giveaway. If you're a subscriber, give you a chance to enter in for a chance to win one of my own. Already, we have 3 selected in, Pez being one of them, Brother Kane, and Jordan Ramsey, and then another guy have entered in for a chance to win. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you guys as well. Anyway, as well, don't forget to ring the notification bell so you guys be notified from when tomorrow. Yes. Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas to you too. But yeah, I'll do a live stream on Christmas Day if I'm not as busy with the family and that. But anyway, yeah. So be notified when I do a live stream or videos, which will be one probably tomorrow. And as well, be doing a Christmas Day video for my main channel. But yeah, also shout out to Dex, shout out to Pez, shout out to Iram, shout out to Brother King, shout out to uh, Jordan Ramsey and all of them. Shout outs to Dex, can you help me do these live streams? Dex DEX, he does live streams on his own channel, and it does a video related to wrestling called Wrestle Chat Talk. You may see me every now and then there. And shout outs to Stephen Hammer, STEPHEN Hammer, who does belt related videos on his channel as well. Anyway, and don't forget to follow me on my social media, like on X at DMTombstone96 and on Instagram at DME96, where I may post stuff there if I post stuff here on YouTube. Anyway, I am DM Tombstone Belts, and for DM Tombstone Live, signing off. See you guys tomorrow on Christmas Day.